Did you know that the first ever fridge was built for beer, not food? Or that surgeons learned that they should be washing their hands from somebody investigating sour beer? How about the fact that the Nazi Party was formed over pints in a Munich beer hall, and that brewer's yeast might just be the solution to climate change? Intrigued? Well, then my new book might just be of interest. Hey Beer Geeks, I'm super excited to say that my fourth book, The Meaning of Beer, is available for pre-order in hardback, ebook and audiobook at the links in the description box below, all for delivery on the 7th of November. This book has taken me more than 2 years of research, travelling and writing, and it's essentially a revisionist history of humanity, claiming that beer is our greatest invention, right up there with the discovery of fire and the creation of language. Since its inception 13,000 years ago, our love of beer has shaped everything from religious ceremonies to advertising to architecture and bioengineering. This book tells those stories and those histories, starting with a 5,000-year-old brewery that was the blueprint for the pyramids, and the people who built them were paid in beer. Alongside that, we'll learn that the first fridge was built in a Munich brewery for beer, not food. Bacteria's role in infections was discovered while investigating sour beer, inspiring the idea of antiseptics and saving millions of lives. We'll learn how Munich's beer halls hosted Hitler's rise to power, how breweries are the greatest sponsors of sport worldwide, how the discovery of DNA was announced in a pub, and how brewer's yeast might yet solve the greatest crisis humanity faces: climate change. Most importantly, you'll also find out the reason why London's St Pancras station is right next door to King's Cross station. The answer, of course, is beer. Now, some of these stories might be familiar to you if you've been watching the channel, because I've been filming many of the adventures that I've been on for this book, usually with Brad. So in the course of this book, you'll hear more adventures as we visit the beautiful cellars of Budweiser and perhaps the best beer I've ever tasted, the Bavarian castle where an original copy of the Reinheitsgebot is kept, St Sixtus's Westfaletteren Brewery, where supposedly the best beer in the world is brewed, Arctic Svalbard, home to more polar bears than people, and also home of the world's most northern and isolated brewery, and more that didn't get filmed, like Carlsberg's historic laboratory where yeast was isolated for the first time, and of course Egypt's 5,000-year-old brewery that was the inspiration behind the pyramids. Now, I know the 7th of November could feel a long way off, but pre-orders are so important to the success of a book. It will help it get up the book charts, it will help it rank on social and on Google, and it might be the difference between this being stuck on a dusty shelf at the back and being in the window of your local bookstore. So if you love what we do on the channel, if you love my other books, please pre-order this at the links below. And in return, if you give us your details, you'll be entered into a competition to win a year's worth of beer from the Amazing Bruiser subscription club. So as I say, the links are below. This beautiful book is out on the 7th of November in hardback, ebook and audiobook, and I would absolutely love to hear from you if you've pre-ordered it or if you want me to come to your town and do a talk, have a few beers when this book is released. Love and beer.